everyone, it's Max and welcome to a new week's reading vlog. So this week is the Buzzwordathon, which is hosted by Kayla from Books and Lala, and the word this time is night. Now I do have a few books that work for this prompt, so let's get into it. This week I'm also participating in Becca's Bookoplathon week 4, and so some of these books also connect to challenges there. So the first book I'm going to be talking about is an anthology that I'm going to be reading, and that is Arabian Nights, which is written by various authors or just one author, but no one knows who. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish this, but to finish it, I do have to read 92 pages a day, so I'll try, but we'll see. And this goes towards Becca's Bookoplathon to read a book by a person of color. Next book I'm going to talk about is my audiobook for the week, and that is Night Tiger by Yangtze Chu. This went towards Becca's Bookoplathon to read a standalone. This, I can't really tell you much of what it's about. I know it's a historical fiction with a little bit of fantastical elements, like I think there's shapeshifters. That's all I've got. It's an audiobook that I'm going to be reading this week, and I'll listen to 2 hours of it a day. I am going to Salt Lake again this week, so I am going to be doing quite a bit of driving, and I might be able to listen to a lot on my drives. Hopefully. The next book I'm going to talk about is A Midsummer's Night Dream by William Shakespeare. This was not talked about in my Becca's Bookoplathon TBR because I DNF'd a book, and so for chance I just did a random number generator and chose a bunch of books that were on my monthly TBR that weren't in Becca's Bookoplathon, and this was chosen. Honestly, I don't know a lot of what this is about. I think a guy curses these people to fall in love with the wrong person, and it's mayhem and all that good stuff. It's William Shakespeare. I've heard amazing things, and I've been wanting to pick this up for a while. The next book I'm going to be talking about, and the first book I'm reading this week, is Down Comes the Night, and this is an arc that I have, and for Becca's Bookoplathon it was a 5-star prediction. This is about a girl who's a healer, and she is snowed in and locked in this hospital with her enemy, but he's like hurt, so she has to heal him. Enemies to lovers, snowed in, they're stuck, you know. It's a recipe for amazing things. The next couple books are books that I want to get to, but if I don't, it's not the end of the world. The first is Twelfth Night, also by William Shakespeare, and this one I honestly have no idea what it's about. I think a girl's pretending to be a guy. I'm not sure. I honestly have no idea. And then the last book is bending the rules a bit, but I think I remember Kayla saying that this was okay, and I'm going with Mexican Gothic, and that is because on the back, 2 blurbs have bestselling author of The City in the Middle of the Night and Yangtze Chu, New York Times bestselling author of The Night Tiger. Night is in it. It's just on the back, and I think that counts because I feel like I remember maybe when number was the buzzword, she was like, it's okay if it just is on the title somewhere that says like first in a series, like number 1 or something, and so I'm counting it. This will be, you know, like I said, this is a book that's like if I don't get to it, it's not the biggest deal, and that makes the most sense since night is not actually in the title. But this, I think is a haunted house story. I don't know like anything else. It's relatively short, and I'm really, really excited to pick this one up. Alright, so that is it for my TBR this week. Like I said, I'm starting with Down Comes the Night, as well as Arabian Nights. I have a lot to do during lunch, so I'm probably not going to get a lot of reading in then, which is in like an hour. But hopefully I'll be able to read it tonight. So yeah, those are my plans for the week. Like I said, I'm going to Salt Lake, so that is going to take up a bit of time, but I do have those 2 days off of work. But other than that, I think this week is going to be really busy at work. So not a lot of reading time besides lunch and then after work, but a good amount of listening time. All right, so this is my TBR plus The Night Tiger and Down Comes the Night. It looks doable sans this guy, but this guy is like, if I read like half of it or at least quite a few stories, I'll count it. But the rest of them, I think I definitely will be able to pick up, and I'm really, really excited. So I will talk to you all later. Hi guys, so it's a little bit later, but I have a package. So I thought I'd open it. Barnes & Noble had a buy one, get one 50% off sale, which, you know, I always love. So I got a couple books that I'm really excited about. The first one is Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. I have heard so many things about this book. I've heard people talking about it so much, incessantly, and I decided to finally pick it up. This is about a girl who goes to a private school that's famous for the disappearance or murder of the guy who started its wife and daughter. And this was like centuries ago, or at least a century ago something. And then a girl in current day is really interested in crime and becoming a detective. So she takes it on and tries to figure out what happened. And then the other book that I got was House of Salt and Sorrow by Aaron A. Craig. This is a 12 Dancing Princesses retelling that I guess they're cursed, and honestly I know nothing else about it. It's how my life is. But yeah, so I'm really excited to read both of them. I've heard mixed things about this one, but I have heard really great things about this one. So I am really pumped to pick them both up. I have now started The Night Tiger. I'm enjoying it. It's good. I'm like 41 minutes in, so that's probably what, like not even 10 pages. It's fine. I'm intrigued. I'm excited to see what happens next, but I don't really have any other thoughts. So yeah, my lunch break is almost done, so I am gonna have to go back to work soon, but I'm gonna try and squeeze in a little bit of Arabian Nights right now. Hi guys, it is Tuesday and I have not done a whole lot of reading. I have read 100 pages of Down Comes the Night. It's all right. The writing is a little bit more amateur than I would have liked, and I don't know. I don't think this is gonna go how I was hoping it would, so we'll see. And then I am 3 hours into The Night Tiger, and that's going all right. Now I can give you a little bit more of what it's about. This is about two people who are involved with this finger off of a dead person. One is the boy who was friends with this dead person who asked him to find the finger, and one is a girl who has the finger with her. And there is some sort of mythology around shapeshifters, so I don't know if that's really gonna come into play, but that's all I've really got so far. So I thought I would do a little bit of a haul because I did get some things in the mail. The first thing is a super cute mug that says "Get Your Witchy On," and then on the back I'm gonna cover our names. I got one for my best friend and one for me. She's the one with the purple hair. This is me, and I sent her one and it's got our names, but I'm covering them, and I love it. I think it is so adorable. She got hers yesterday, I got mine today, and I am obsessed. But that is it. So I'm going to read more of Down Comes the Night. I'm going to Salt Lake tomorrow, so I do really want to finish it today. I've got 300 more pages. I should be able to fly through it though. It's a really easy book to read. I need to film tonight as well, so I might go downstairs and do that now just to get it out of the way and then read. But we'll see, and I'll talk to you all later. Hi guys, it's 10:40. I'm 50% of the way through Down Comes the Night. I'm not really liking it. It's fine. I'm finding it very average. Right now it's probably at a 2.75, 3 out of 5 stars. It's just very boring and just kind of meh. I'm not invested in the relationship between the two main characters. I don't even know if there's going to be a relationship. I don't know. Not what I was hoping for nor expecting. And even though there's this big war plot, there's like this plot going on that's taking the forefront that doesn't really seem to really matter. But we'll see. I'm only halfway through, but that's 200 pages out of 400, so. Yeah, so I am going to sit down and finish it. I've decided to stop reading Arabian Nights. I remember why I didn't get through it the first time. It's boring. It's very boring. And I just have more books I want to focus on. So for Becca's Bookoplathon to read a book by a POC author, I'm going with Arusha and the Song of Death by Roshni Chokshi. Yeah, I'm happy with my decision. And then also I am 109 pages through The Night Tiger, and I'm enjoying it. Again, I'm feeling pretty average on it right now. I don't really understand what the full plot is, and I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And I will update you tomorrow or tonight once I finish Down Comes the Night. It depends on how tired I am. Hi guys, it's a lot later and I just finished the book. Yeah, I'm underwhelmed thoroughly. The author dangled a sapphic romance in front of us and then was like, no, she's gonna get with the guy. And it's like, oh good, I love that. I wish there was more world building. There was almost none. They talk about like a goddess and they've been at war for like centuries, but nothing about the world is really talked about. I still don't know like what started the war and who's winning and why they're still at war and like all this stuff that I think could have made it really interesting. Just wasn't expanded on. And also magic. Is there only one type of magic? No, but like how do the magics differ, you know, and like what are the rules and all this stuff that none of it is explained. I also really didn't like the romance. Plot was so average, and like the whole plot that it says in the synopsis is that they're snowed in. They're snowed in for like a week and then people show up and it's just like, okay, so they weren't really snowed in, and it was just the main characters just like barely had any time together, and then when they do it's kind of just awkward and there's no chemistry. And yeah, so I think I'm gonna give it a 2.5 out of 5 stars, which sucks, especially for my first book of the readathon. But yeah, so I did finish that and I am gonna go to bed. All right, I'll talk to you all in the morning. Good night. Hi guys, it is Wednesday night. It's 9:30 and I just finished A Midsummer Night's Dream by William Shakespeare. And honestly, I did not really like it. I knew going in that I like his dramas more than his comedies, but this just didn't feel like it had any sort of plot. Like at least A Merchant of Venice and Tempest both had plots. This didn't, like at all. And I just didn't really like any of the characters, and yeah, Helena really annoyed me a lot. Like she literally told this guy, she's like, oh my god, if you beat me, whip me, throw me, you know, do all these mean things to me, I'd still love you. And I'm like, girl, like get some agency. And yeah, so I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. Really disappointing, actually, like really disappointing. But I'm hoping tomorrow with Mexican Gothic I will be happy again, because I really hope I enjoy it. People have been loving it, so I'm really excited to start it. But even though it's 9:30, I am exhausted and I think I'm gonna try and go to sleep. It'll be an early night, like a really early night, but that's okay. You know, it's okay to have those every now and again. Even though I should be having it like every night. I have to get up at like 7:30 tomorrow because my dad has a PT appointment and then we're driving home. But that's all I've got for you tonight. So yep, finished my second book of the readathon, A Midsummer Night's Dream, and I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. Yeah. This readathon is not shaping up to be great ratings, but I'm really hoping I'll love Mexican Gothic. And then I'm reading 12th Night, which I don't know if I'm going to like. I know it's about, I think, a girl dressing up as a guy, but that is like literally all I've got. So I'll try and look up a better synopsis for that and Mexican Gothic. Well, Mexican Gothic, I just know it's like a haunted house tale, and I think that might be all I should know going in. So we'll see. And I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Hi guys. It's Thursday, I'm home, and I only have 45 pages left of Mexican Gothic. Let me tell you a little bit of what it's about. So this is about a girl who gets a letter from her cousin that's very disarming, and she's freaking out. She's recently married and saying that there's ghosts, she's being haunted, she's dying. So the main character goes to figure out what's going on and to get help for her cousin, and she kind of gets swept up in this eerie mansion, and these people that are like kind of, they've all got a secret and they're all kind of rude and they're all hiding something. She's having these dreams and it seems like the house is haunted. I'm liking it. I'm not loving it. I am enjoying it and I'm really interested. It's not as scary as I was hoping it would be. And then the kind of the reveal that we've been waiting for has happened, and it's interesting and kind of weird, but I'm liking it. I only have 45 more pages, so I am gonna go and read it and finish it, and I'll give you my overall thoughts later. I did just wanna let you know that I am 45 pages away from the end. I am enjoying it, and I just filmed 2 videos. That's why I'm down here, and I've got makeup on. I've been driving all day, and I get home, I had to put everything away because my dad can't lift a lot. And I was just like, nope, like I gotta film right now or else I'm not going to. And I have to go edit and upload my books I wanna reread because it's Thursday and a video needs to go up. But yeah, I'm really happy with what I filmed. I did try this new lipstick. It is more nude. Let me know what you guys think. I'm digging it. But let me know if you guys like it or hate it, because I am really enjoying it. But yeah, so I will talk to you all later, probably later tonight, and definitely once I finish Mexican Gothic. I also did listen to 4 hours of my audiobook, which was just over an hour. And it's just like, I don't know, like I'm liking it, but I don't really understand the plot because, I don't know, I'm not gonna say anything, but a big part of the plot happens earlier than I thought it would. I thought it would be like the ending, because it's kind of these characters' motivations and the plot of the book, but I don't really know what's gonna go from here. Like, what are they trying to do now and what's going on? And I'm shipping step siblings, which if you watched my vlog 2 weeks ago, you'll know that I was like not into it because there were these step siblings in this video, or there were step siblings in this book, and I was like, please tell me they don't like each other like that. Maybe it's because she only remembered being his sister, and here they weren't step siblings till they were 10, but that's still young. I don't know. I don't know, because I'm like liking them together and I'm like, Max, no, but they're step siblings, so it's not like incest, you know? We'll see. We'll see, but I am liking them together, and I think they are supposed to be endgame. I thought we were supposed to ship the 2 point of views, but we're not, I don't think, because they haven't even like met each other, and I'm 60-something% of the way through. I only have 6 more hours in the audiobook. Yeah, so yeah, I'll let you guys know more about that, but that'll probably be later in the week / when I finish it on Sunday. Yeah, so I'll chat with you once I finish Mexican Gothic. Sorry, I also realized something. So it's Buzzwordathon, right? All books with night in the title or on the cover somewhere with Mexican Gothic. And I realized, well, one, Mexican Gothic is only 300 pages. I thought it was gonna be longer, so I gave myself 2 days to read this, but I only have 45 pages left, so I'm definitely gonna be able to do it today. So I was like, okay, so that gives me an extra day, so Saturday and Sunday. And I was like, wait a second, I wanna reread the Ember and the Ashes series, but I remember most of what happens in an Ember and the Ashes, so I thought, why not start with Torch against the Night? Boom, done. Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to reread A Torch Against the Night. It works perfectly. I'm so pumped, which is also in my books I want to reread. And I'm just like so proud of myself. I'm really pumped about it. And I will, yeah, vlog that experience as well later. And I'll talk to you once I finish Mexican Gothic. Hi guys, it's 11:30. I'm about to go to bed. But I did finish Mexican Gothic. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I don't know why, but I feel like it's lacking somewhere. I couldn't tell you where or like what I was hoping for. Maybe scarier, more spooky. But I did really enjoy it. I liked the characters, I liked the plot, I liked where it went. I just wish, honestly, I kind of wish it was longer and more drawn out and kind of giving us more time to like speculate. Because I feel like it was all very one right after the other. You didn't have time to guess on what was going on before they gave you the answers, because it's only 300 pages. It's super short. Really want to read Gods of Jade and Shadow now, which is by the same author. I'm really intrigued. But the next book I'm picking up is Twelfth Night by William Shakespeare. I did not have great success with A Midsummer's Night Dream, but I am hoping to like this one because I think there's some semblance of a plot. With the girl pretending to be a guy. We'll see. It's 126 pages, something like that, so pretty short again. And yeah, so I'll definitely be able to finish that tomorrow and then move on to Torch Against the Night. But that's all I've got for you right now. I am gonna go to bed, and I've got work tomorrow, and I will chat with you once I've made some progress in 12th Night. Hi guys, it's 10:30 on Friday. And I just finished 12th Night. And I didn't like it. I don't know. It's something about Shakespeare's comedies just don't resonate with me. I find them very boring. And I think it's because there's not much plot to them. And then there's no drama. There's no tension. It's just kind of there and all the jokes fall flat. And yeah, so another 3 out of 5 stars. And bit of a bummer. But next I'm going to reread Torch Against the Night, which I am really excited about. I honestly, like, I remember like the main plot twist, which does kind of like put a damper on the whole thing, but I don't really remember much else of the plot. So I'm hoping I do enjoy it. I do have 2 more days of the Buzzwordathon to finish The Night Tiger and A Torch Against the Night. Tomorrow I'm helping my mom do some more cleaning at our house, so I'm going to be listening to more of The Night Tiger while I do that. Did not listen to my section for the day. It just kind of slipped my mind. So yeah, but tomorrow I want to catch up while I clean and drive around, like back and forth from the house and stuff. So yeah, that's all I've got for you right now. So far, 4 books down for the readathon, which is really nice. Feeling good. And I've got 2 more left. And that's all I've got for you. So I will chat with you all tomorrow. Oh, one more thing that I'm really fascinated with. I feel like some of Shakespeare's most famous quotes come from his comedies. Like, yes, there's the to be or not to be, that is a question, and toil, toil, cauldron bubble and all that stuff, but like some serious quotes are in his comedies, like the course of true love never did run smooth, and though she be little she be fierce, both of which from A Midsummer Night's Dream. And then Twelfth Night had the quote that I've seen like paired with like a lot of different fandoms and characters and everything, but it's be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and others have greatness thrust upon them. And like I've heard that places and I've seen that places. I just never realized it was a Shakespeare quote from Twelfth Night. So like crazy. But yeah, so that's all I've got for you, and I will chat with you tomorrow. Hi guys. It's Saturday night. This vlog is going to be so short, but I have been very busy today. I've done a lot of stuff. I helped my mom do a lot of packing and moving. She is selling her house, and so we did a bunch of that. We just have a little bit left tomorrow, which is just kind of crazy. I also edited and uploaded my book haul, my 2020 book haul part 2, and I finished The Night Tiger by Yangtze Chu. And this I liked. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, and I did really like it. This I did really like. I liked the characters, I liked the writing. The plot was very convoluted, and I didn't really understand the reasoning. Like, I don't really understand what the story was trying to achieve, because I felt like it was very all over the place. I feel like there wasn't a cohesive storyline. It was just like all these things happened and they didn't really connect in any way. And it was just kind of like there. I do find that this is the case in a lot of magical realism. I don't really like magical realism. I usually, a lot of times, DNF books that have magical realism in them, because I feel like their plots are just all over the place and they sacrifice story for whimsical writing. And I'm not a fan of that. And I did feel like that was the case in this, but I did end up enjoying it. I liked there were some reveals in the end that were surprising and unexpected, but also there's a huge focus on the 5 Confucian virtues. And I don't know why. It didn't really mean anything. It didn't do anything for the plot. It was just like 5 characters happened to have the names of the Confucian virtues. But that was it. Like, there was no real underlying theme to that. There was no underlying plot to that. It just so happened that 5 characters had names that connected to the virtues, and it didn't really factor into anything. And so that was a bit of a bummer. I really thought that that was going to have more of an impact. Same with The Night Tiger. Like, the name of the book was pretty much pointless. It didn't do anything for the plot. And it was just like, you know, a myth. And that was it. But the myth, I mean, it just didn't do anything. Like, there's nothing to it. So I don't know why it was called The Night Tiger. Like, I thought it was gonna be revealed that one of the characters was a tiger, but they weren't. So it was kind of, that I felt like was pretty pointless. But yeah, so I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars, maybe 3.75. I don't know. We're sticking with a 4. On Goodreads, it's a 4, so we'll just say 4 out of 5 stars. A little disappointing, but overall enjoyable. And then later today, I did get through half of A Torch Against the Night by Sabatier, and I'm loving it. I honestly cannot remember anything in this book except the plot twist, and which is kind of a bummer because, like, you know, why did I have to remember the plot twist out of everything? But I think it also makes sense. And I'm just, yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. I'm exactly halfway through. I love it. It's been so long. I read A Reaper at the Gates for for the Reading Rush last year or 2 years ago. I don't even remember when I read it, but I just can't remember much of what happened. But I think Sabatier does a great job at kind of recapping the first book. I haven't read the first book since it first came out. And so even though I can remember most of it, there are still parts of it that I don't totally remember, but she does a great job at kind of incorporating what happened in the first book into the second book. And I'm just really loving it. I love Leia. I love Elias. I'm just having such a great time. I like Helene a lot more this time around. Like, I really didn't like her the first time I read it. I thought she was very annoying and I really hated her as a character. I feel like I remember not liking her at all, but this time I am enjoying her. I think she's really sympathetic and just stuck between a rock and a hard place, and I think that shows my growth as a reader and as a person, where I can understand more where she's coming from. And I actually really like her chapters, which the first time I read this and A Reaper at the Gates, I really didn't, and I really didn't like her. But I'm really enjoying her perspective in this. And yeah, I'm excited to see what happens next, because I remember the climax going forward. So the second half, I think I'm gonna remember a lot more than the first half, because I kind of remember like what happens. But overall, I'm really, really enjoying it. It's a super fast read. I'm flying through it and I want to read more, but it's also 10:30 and I'm tired and I kind of just want to go to bed. Who am I? I'm 22 and I'm going to bed at 10:30. But yeah, that's all I've got for you right now, and I will chat with you all tomorrow. Bye. Hi guys, it's Sunday. So I just watched Becca from Becca and the Books' vlog, where she said that if she's able to read more this month, she's gonna do more rolls. And that gave me the idea to do more rolls to connect to books that I've read this month that didn't have a prompt. A few of them I did connect after DNFing books, as you probably, if you've watched my other vlogs, you will have seen. But I still have 7 books that I have read or am reading, A Torch Against the Night, that I want to connect to rolls. So I am going to do some more rolls and try to connect them to the books that I've read. My tripod broke couple weeks ago, so I am going to be doing this handheld, so I'm really sorry if it's shaky or kind of out of focus or weird looking, but I am going to try this and I'm really excited. All right, I've got my Rowan bookmark, the Becca's Bookoplathon board, and my dice roller generator. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. TBR Vet. First roll, I got TBR Vet, and for this I'm going with Twelfth Night by William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare's works have been on my TBR since middle school, so I finally got to another one, and I give this a 3 out of 5 stars. Roll number 2. It's 5. Light cover. The next one is for a book with a light cover. I'm going with The Train to Impossible Places by P.G. Bell, which I gave a 4.25 out of 5 stars. Roll number 3. 5. LGBTQ plus rep. LGBT, and I'm going with Mythopedia. This has a lot of different stories that are different types of romance and definitely LGBTQ plus themes, and I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Number 4. 9. A standalone. Next roll for standalone, I chose Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia, which is kind of like a haunted house spooky story, and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Roll number 5. 3. Fire on the cover. Book with fire on the cover, I went with A Torch Against the Night by Sabatier. There's fire right there. That is it. This is the closest I could come, and I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. Roll number 6. 10. Chance card. All right, so what I am actually going to do is I'm going to roll as many times as I have to be able to connect the books with the prompts, because I have already read them. This isn't deciding my TBR for the future. I think that that's just going to make the most sense. So stuff like chance card aren't going to work for me. So I'm just going to roll until I'm able to get as many as I can. 7. Small book, under 300 pages. All right, for a small book, I chose Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. This is a compendium, but it is short. It's under 300 pages, and I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. 8. Light cover, again. And then for another book with a light cover, I chose Through the Looking Glass and What Alice Found There by Lewis Carroll, which I also gave a 5 out of 5 stars. Woohoo! 200 books. This was my second Goodreads goal, I believe. First was 100, now it's 200. Sometimes I put 150 in there, but I think I knew I was going to hit 200, so I just did 100 and then 200. I'm so excited. Yay! What a great book to hit this milestone with. Woohoo! Hi guys. It's 11. I finished my 6th and final book for the readathon, and that is A Torch Against the Night by Sabatier. This was amazing. It was just as good as the first time. I even really liked Helene a lot more. I found myself not liking a romance in this as much as I did the first time, and maybe it's because I knew what was coming, but I felt like it just didn't work for me the second time around as much as it did the first time. But I really liked Helene, actually, like a lot. I can't believe it. Yeah, I'm really happy that I reread this. 5 out of 5 stars. I'm really excited to read A Reaper at the Gates. It is another reread, and it'll probably happen around November. And then the 4th book, something about storms, comes out December 1st. So I definitely want to pick that up as soon as it comes out. But that is it. So let's do a little bit of a wrap up. The first book I finished was Down Comes the Night, which for Becca's Bookoplathon went for a 5-star prediction. I ended up giving it like a 3 out of 5 stars, so definitely did not live up to it. And then the second book I finished was A Midsummer Night's Dream, which I gave a 3 out of 5 stars. And that was also for a chance card for Becca's Bookoplathon. And then the next book that I finished was Mexican Gothic, which had night twice on the back of the book, once for The Night Tiger by Yangtze Chu as a blurb, and then another book with night in the title. And because it was kind of, I know in past Buzzwordathons, it was like any book that had the word S somewhere in the title, on the cover, in any sort of way counted. So I'm counting this, and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read Twelfth Night, also by William Shakespeare, which I gave, again, a 3 out of 5 stars. Then I finished The Night Tiger by Yangtze Chu, which was for Becca's Bookoplathon to read standalone, and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. And then the final book that I finished was A Torch Against the Night by Sabatier, which was a 5 out of 5 stars. So overall, pretty good reading week, especially number-wise. I read 6 books, which is really great, but then also okay rating-wise. So yeah, a couple disappointments, especially the Shakespeare's. I just, you know, I know that I don't like his comedies anywhere near his dramas, but I'm not gonna like give up. You know, I think a lifetime goal is to read all of his work, and that includes all of his comedies. But yeah, so overall a pretty good week. Did a lot, got a lot done. So that's all I've got for you. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye.